I'm Dan Galusha. Welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. Today we're going to be talking about a target. That's right. AR-500 steel targets are a big thing in the firearms end of things. But as far as air guns, those can get a little bit dangerous. You can really have some ricochets off of those. In fact, I don't even know about what we're going to be talking about here, but it's supposed to be for air guns. Now, I'm going to step out of the side, and you can see it right down here. This is put out by Air Venturi, and it is, they say, to be used for like your cowboy shooting, and no closer than 5 yards. Well, we're going to go back just a little bit further, probably a little over 7 yards, because that's normally what you shoot your pistols at, and that's what we're going to fire at it. Now, this, and I'll show you right here by using one of my dog's toys. I'll show you what this will do. You see how it bounced downward? And if you can hit it. Okay, now that's what it's supposed to do with your BBs and your pellets. And here's the thing. You do not shoot a 22 pellet at this, and they have to be lead. You shoot 177s, they're lead. The BBs that you shoot should be a non-ricochet type, or low ricochet as they call it. I'm not too sure, because what we're going to be shooting are some of the Umarex distributed Hornadys, and those are a black diamond, if you know those. I mean, I really like these. And the pellets we're going to shoot are RWS Hobby. Now we're going to shoot the BBs out of this Umarex Brodax Revolver, and I've got some magazines. It's CO2. It's colder, so don't know how long that's going to last, but I do have a fresh cartridge of Umarex CO2 in there. The other gun we're going to use for the pellets is the good old standby Browning Buckmark. Again, it's an Umarex replica. This is an actual Browning reflex sight, and we'll use that, but that's no big deal about that. I mean, what we're trying to do is see what this does. It's supposed to be a gong. It's supposed to make a lot of ding 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 type stuff, so we're just going to see what that does, and instead of talking about it, let's go shoot. Okay, by the way, that is a 12 by 12 setup there. That's the size of that, which is just about center mass. If you get it up a little bit higher, it would probably be about where you'd want it, and that is adjustable, by the way, so you can lower it. That's as high as it'll go, though. And we're going to try the BBs first, and you're back there with me. Definitely put your eye protection on, because we don't know how that's going to bounce yet, but we're sure going to find out. I'm going to take the safety off here, and we're going to give it a shot. Well, none of them came back here, and we'll put another magazine in here. Unlock this. I got some, so it's kind of nice. I was shooting that one-handed, by the way. Okay, got another one. Well, it must be bouncing them downward. They're not coming back at us, are they? Okay, now let's try the that pellet, that 177 pellet with the Browning Buckmark. And this is a break barrel, of course, for any of you that know. So please bear with me on that. Turn my sight on here too, so I can see. Hopefully the battery hasn't gone out in it. Kind of looks like it may have. That's the pits. Well, we're just going to try to shoot without a battery. This ought to be fun. Got the first one loaded. The battery's working, by the way. I don't know what I was looking at. Seems to me like it needs adjusted. I don't know. You can probably see what it's doing rather than I am. Whatever it's doing is not coming back at us, is it? I'm going to move this shot back to 10 meters. And you're going to stay right where you're at. Just for the heck of it, we're going to move just a little bit closer and see if it'll keep doing what it's doing. Must be, didn't come back at us. Well, let's go take a look at that thing. I'm sure you've seen it hitting because I've got it in there so you can. Taking a look at this, got a lot of my shots right up in here. I'm not sure if that was the BBs or the pellets or what, because I was just shooting for, well, like you do when you're shooting in metal, you take these off. By the way, like I said, don't ever forget, especially when you're shooting something like this, do not forget your safety glasses. They're definitely important. But anyway, like I said, it looks like I got it right in the center. That's what I'm looking for. That's center mass. So that is, I'm not looking at groupings again. I'm just looking to hit center mass, because if you're qualifying for your CCW, that's what you're shooting for. And if you can put all of your shots into that area like that, you are definitely going to qualify with 100%. And you know, this sort of a gun right here, yes, it's a BB gun, but this Umarex Brodax is excellent to use to practice with on something of this sort. And then when you get to your higher caliber, you know, I don't care if it's 22 on up, then you should be able to do just a little bit better, especially if you got one that's good and accurate. And this one, I tell you that you cannot adjust the sights on this, but I found it very, very accurate. And it does have a rail in case you want to put something on, but again, we did a review on this a long time ago, so I'm not going to go into that. And as far as the bug mark, well, I'll tell you, that thing, that is so much like the real bug mark. I really like this air gun. You can adjust this, of course, but you can adjust your sights back here if you're using the open sights, but I'm using this red dot, and I think that red dot may need a little bit of adjustment. I'm not sure. Couldn't see the way they were hitting. But again, both those are good ones to experiment with like this. This is a good one for, as they call it, cowboy shooting, and it is. I'm going to definitely, I've got the M&P 40, which is another Umarex. It's got the blowback and everything. It is so close to the real thing. And I'm going to try that on here. That's a BB gun. That's the same weight, blowback, the whole thing. Now that one is excellent for you to practice with, and to teach anybody how to handle such a gun in shooting that way before they get to the actual firearm. And again, this is an excellent thing to use because you do have this, and of course paper targets. Now speaking of paper targets, okay, say you want to make or have something like that on here that would make a very, very good backing. You could take a cardboard and put it on here and then put your regular paper target. Or you could get some of these things like Do All Outdoors has, where there's sticker targets, and you could put that on there. In fact, with this one, you could put some of the 3-inch ones like this, and you'd have 4 different ones, and if you want in the middle, that's fine, but you got a couple of bolts there. Another one, you want to use maybe one of these shoot and see type targets. Now those have an adhesive back, so you could take that, put that right in the middle here, or again, put them over here to the side, depending on what size you have, and you can shoot those, and you'll even be able to see back there what you got. So again, this is a very, very nice setup, and no, this company did not send this to me. I bought it. I got it on a special deal, one of those, I don't know, Black Friday type things, Cyber Monday, something anyway, and got that through I think Sportsman's Guide, and so yeah, I bought it. I've been wanting one of these, and I wanted to see what they do, and I'm impressed. Yeah, I really am. I'll give that one a top rating. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.